All right, sorry about that. So we are back here finally with some audio. As we are jumping back onto the stream here. Again, apologies as Marshalltown is actually IFA, the orange team, and MHS are the blue ones. Or, sorry, not MHS. Iowa Falls are the blue ones. So as we go into the match here now, tied up 2-2. Bobcats initially were losing as they were all pushing on towards Omar, taking him out.
Come at me.
Bobcats, unfortunately, not doing so well this time around. As the only one left alive is Peyton. So, as Peyton, tough task there for him to take on the whole team. As Marshalltown falling behind here, 3-2. Again, Marshalltown is the orange team, as team forgot to swap names out before the match started.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright, so jumping in, hopefully Marshalltown can make some adjustments here, change up their game plan, hopefully keep the momentum going from game 1, and hopefully take them out game 2. Otherwise, we're looking at a long day today.
Reload!
That's not mine going up.
Deploying welcome mat.
EDD Prime. Stand clear. Device Prime. Keep an eye on door.
As we wait for Marshalltown as they start out defending this time around instead of attacking.
EDD mounted.
We are all
Let them
set.
come.
Banshee deployed.
Alright, jumping into looking like they're trying to locate Iowa Falls as they're jumping on cams.
Have to reload.
Jump into someone else here as Connor gets taken out.
Changing mags.
looks like to be played. So that character Deimos ends up pinging your one of the enemy character or operators so that they know where they're at. But essentially, it'd be like a 1v1 is what Deimos essentially does.
Reload.
One of the teammates unfortunately ended up team killing. Iowa Falls planting and being taken out. Marshalltown getting taken out by Iowa Falls. So Bobcats look like they're needing to maybe do some adjustments as they're falling behind 2-4 as they go in now swapping. So now Marshalltown will be going in as the attackers and Iowa Falls the defenders. Bit of a confusing, as you can tell up there. It says MHS as defending and IFA as attacking, but unfortunately they forgot to change the names before the game started, which caused this confusion. So they're going in trying to regroup, catch up from that 4-2 deficit right now. But we will see how the Bobcats end up doing as they try to play catch up now.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So as we wait here for the Bobcats to essentially find, get their intel, their recon from their drones before the match start or before the round starts. Bobcats starting out game one, essentially how it was now, 4-2, kind of doing well against Iowa Falls, leading on. But
Attackers have located a bomb.
now it looks like the roles have
5
reversed a
seconds to
bit
insertion.
as Marshalltown goes in to try to catch up to everyone,
Attackers are moving
or catch up to
defuse the
them.
bomb.
So we'll go ahead and jump in right now. We'll start watching Peyton.
Firing level.
As he decides to kind of go long range.
Loading new mag. Boogie deployed. Boogie shredding. Auto breacher, go.
Iowa Falls just kind of, again, holding on, just kind of playing the waiting game, waiting for Marshalltown to make a move.
Auto breacher deployed.
Drop
Activating call.
As we continue to watch Peyton trying to see if he can make a play. Bay now aware where his opponent is at. 1v1 right here with Peyton as he decides to drop down instead. Try to see if he can find a different place. We'll jump into Connor as he's planting right now at the moment. So now it's Marshalltown times to defend as they are up 4-2 at the moment with Omar being knocked down. One more Iowa Falls player left. Kind of just holding it off there in the corner. Swinging, taking him out. So great job there for the Bobcats catching up, knocking that deficit down a little bit more. So now 4-3 Iowa Falls. And Marshalltown behind just one round. So Bobcats doing some well adjustments here, trying to get back into the game, bringing again that deficit down one score. So
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
hopefully Bobcats can do a little bit better on the attack round versus the defending round. But as we continue on forward, we'll see how both teams end up doing. Getting intel for all their teammates. Trey getting intel, running around. As we will jump into Joshua for a bit, watch him, see how he does entering first. Destroying cameras out there initially on the points going out, so that way they can't see where they're going in from. That's what you saw them doing. Being able to ping and tell where one of them are coming from. See if Peyton is just kind of sitting again long range, trying to take them out with his powerful sniper. That essentially is like one hit will knock him down if he hits him like in the body. Otherwise, headshot just instantly gets them, obviously. Depending if they're low on health as well, they can essentially get killed with just that one shot. So as they're all just kind of going in there, thinking they see a opponent there, providing coverage, jumping onto Omar. Jumping onto cams and checking them out to see if he can locate the other team.
Reloading. Blood online. Device converted.
Joshua getting, or Trey getting 2 kills. Let's jump onto them as they are in the midst of a battle. Trey planting. Getting attacked from behind. Needing to be careful. Payne rushing in and just getting attacked, unfortunately. Being dropped. Omar getting 1. 2-1. Nothing impossible there. Although low on time, needing to kind of do something. hurry up and needing to get the bomb. But not enough time, unfortunately. So again, Bobcats down by 2 as we continue on forward. 5-3, Iowa Falls, Marshalltown 3. So one of the things there's having a shotgun at close quarters just helps you out tremendously, as you can tell, just running around. And same thing as what Peyton has with his rifle, but with the shotgun you just kind of have a better chance of just hitting everyone and just running around and blasting them with your gun and knocking your opponents down. So it's such a powerful gun, close quarters. But of course, the further away you get, the more difficult it is to try to hit your shots. As again, they go in trying to get some intel. Might have already gotten enough intel. As they're again just gathering their intel from everyone.
Auto breach deployed. Flammable mine deployed.
Loading mag! Lights out!
It looks like they're trying to get entry there by the main garage door. End up planting the bomb. Great job. Trey taking out 2 before he gets taken out himself. Again, using the drones to get intel. Nice job. Unfortunately, getting taken out. Joshua there. They're still just holding on. The only one being left is Omar. But Iowa Falls not having enough time to defuse the bomb as the Bobcats will end up taking that round. So leading on, trying to close that gap again. 5-4, 5 Iowa Falls, 4 Marshalltown. So the Bobcats at least doing a good job of just kind of killing enough time to prevent Iowa Falls from going in and trying to defuse the bomb there. So which ended up getting them that round back. Again, pretty tight matchup in general, just because this map just seems to be in favor a little bit more of Iowa Falls, as they seem to be taking a little bit more an advantage against the Bobcats. Marshalltown just trying to adjust and keep their momentum going, but Iowa Falls again just not budging and trying to continue on forward, as they might have done some strategic planning in between rounds. As we wait on to the round to begin again. Looks like they are aware of where the bomb is at. So we will see how the Bobcats adjust for this time around, making some of their changes as for characters, as you can tell down there. Operators are getting locked in. So now we will move on forward and see how this round plays out. Two kills already by Iowa Falls. 3. Unfortunate there as they are down 3 players to 5. Not the ideal situation as Marshalltown wants to be in. Iowa Falls being patient, waiting for them to make a move. Finally picking up the diffuser. Still have some time left with each other.
Deploying drone.
Trey trying to push in. Omar taking out a few of them as they move on. Iowa Falls again taking out the Bobcats. Bit of a struggle here for the Bobcats as they fail to try to catch up and close that gap. Iowa Falls moves on 6 to Marshalltown's 4. Match point for Iowa Falls. So if Iowa Falls end up winning this, they'll move on to a match 3. So like I said, a bit of a tough matchup. It is a tough matchup for all of them. But the Bobcats just seeming to struggle here on map 2, trying to see if they can make some adjustments and changes. Hopefully trying to go in and be able to fend off and defeat Iowa Falls again on map 2. But team trying to keep morale up as they encourage each other here. But we will see how everything gets played out for them. So again, as we're waiting for them to get their intel before the match starts, we will see what adjustments they end up making.
Swapping mags!
Trey jumping in and already getting the kill. Payin trying to follow sweep.
Activating code.
Jump into Omar. Iowa Falls just holding on to their angles.
Deploying drone.
Swapping mags.
As we'll move on to the rest of the team.
Reload!
Knowing where's
Scanning for electronic device. Located a bomb.
Reloading.
Bobcats going in for a plant. Planted as they rush out of there. Nice job, Joshua taking them out. Great job. Bobcats reel it back in. 6-5. As long as they hold on to this and continue on. Needing Iowa Falls needing one more to win it. Still match point. Bobcats need this to continue on to push this into an overtime. As we move on, Iowa Falls 6, Marshalltown 5. So, made the proper adjustments there as they go on and get one score back, like how it's been kind of all game. They take one,
Attackers
get
need to
one,
locate and defuse bombs.
give one, take one back and forth. But it is expected as this matchup is a close one. But as again, we wait for everyone to just make their adjustments, their traps and whatnot. We will see how the Bobcats do this one. Hopefully, being able to clutch up and close this one off so that they can go into an overtime. But we will end up seeing. Bobcats making some adjustments. Looks like they're going with a shield player. As we will jump onto Trey. Trey actually doing a really good job in leading the team right now in kills. Figuring it out where their enemy team is at. Joshua getting taken out. Trying to get that one player. They're just hiding in the corner. So we'll jump onto Connor to see if he does any change. It looks like everyone just kind of avoided that. Peyton rushing in there, unfortunately, not the ideal move. as we jump into Connor, as he seems to be in a firefight.
Penalty.
Nice job by Connor. Bobcats trying to. Nice job by the Bobcats, moving the tides. Tables being turned. 6-6 overtime as the Bobcats end up catching up and moving on to a 6-6. So need 2 to move on to end up winning. Pulling it back as the Bobcats were down, which the Bobcats are familiar with. They ended up doing the same thing with Waukee. But
Attackers need to
moving
locate
on
and
and
defuse
seeing
as many bombs as they can.
who wants this more. Which teams planned and strategized leading up to today's game. We'll find out here soon enough. As everyone's getting ready, getting prepared. And this nerve-wracking of a game. So as we jump in now to the action phase, Bobcats looking to see if they can go in through main garage door. Main garage door being frozen, so not being able to detonate their bomb. So Bobcats being forced to locate another way.
Go on, high set.
We'll sit here and watch Trey. Joshua getting taken out. Omar taking out one of Iowa Falls players.
High activated.
Trey getting taken out from behind. Marshalltown dropping one of the up in the diffuser as they move on to a 4-2. Marshalltown down 2 players. Peyton and Connor, only ones left remaining. Unfortunate there by the Bobcats not being able to close that round off, as Iowa Falls takes that round from the Bobcats as they move on 7-6. But as I said, overtime rounds, you need to win by 2. So now the Bobcats will end up going in as the defenders as Iowa Falls goes in attacking. So Iowa Falls 7, Bobcats 6.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So we'll go ahead and jump in, watch the Bobcats plan, and start the defenses as
Up and running.
they have 30 seconds or so to do
Activating
what they need to do. We will load in onto Trey as we watch on. So if the Bobcats end up clutching this one in, they'll move on to 7-7. And they'll need to move on to 8.
Swapping mags.
Using the cams to nice job. Cams that were planted being valuable. Iowa Falls taking out Trey as Trey takes out one of them as well. Nice job by Omar taking out one of the shield characters. Or operators, I should say. 4-2 Bobcats. As Iowa Falls has less than 30 seconds to try to make a move. Nice job there by Omar, getting them taken out, bringing it back, being able to hold Iowa Falls off even longer. Now, overtime match point. Last round here. Winner takes match 2. As if Bobcats win this one, they end up winning the whole match. If Iowa Falls wins match 2, we'll move on to match 3 and push this game even longer. So either get ready to grab a refill in drinks and snacks, or might be time to just close up. We will find out here shortly enough, as today's matchup has not disappointed between both teams. Have been doing such a great job of trying to keep each other at bay, testing each other's skills to the limits, and not letting each other get an advantage over anyone else, making the proper adjustments to move on and keep everyone at bay. So both teams showing why they're 5-0 as we move on and continue on to match time or overtime match point.
10 seconds remaining. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
So as we jump in here, seeing where the Bobcats decide to jump in and make their adjustments. The Bobcats finding out where one of Iowa Falls is at, just kind of sitting again in that same corner. But possibly just wanting to be careful. Connor going in, taking out that corner player. About being taken out by one of Iowa Falls is kind of guarding him as well. So again, even matchup.
Boosting it.
Joshua taking out one of the Iowa Fall players. Payne getting some intel, forcing one of Iowa Falls to move away as they get discovered. Payne getting, Omar getting taken out. Iowa Falls catching up 2-2. As the only Bobcats left are Trey and Peyton. 2-1. Bobcats having the advantage, potentially clutching up another win. Nice job by the Bobcats, clutching up the win, Peyton, and ending it up, winning it for the Bobcats. Moving on to a 6-0 record. Iowa Falls, unfortunately, taking their first loss of the season. Tough fight between both teams. Great job between both of them, honestly. Great matchup. Bobcats holding on to that undefeated record streak and moving on. So great job to both teams again, as they end up just such a tough matchup for both teams in general. But again, the Bobcats moving on to a 6-0 record. Iowa Falls finally taking their first defeat. Not easily, but again, thank you all for watching us today and coming in and supporting the Bobcats and just watching in general, as we will move on to our last week, which is week 7, and hopefully see if the Bobcats can continue on to their undefeated record still. So again, thanks again for watching and tuning in. We will see you hopefully next week.